Hi.
Oh, hey, hi.
Is everybody here? It kind of looks like.
Yeah, Mom, she just kind of took off, but she's around.
My nightie.
Oh, she's in her nightie.
Well, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no problem. So, wait, what is this?
Yeah, we're making a play about the border and people who live near it, people who cross it. I want to hear from different voices of different people.
Yeah, okay.
So maybe you can tell me how you got into this.
Yeah. So, well, I was in college and I came home over the summer and Mom put me to work. She had a client in Eloy at the immigration prison. Um, I don't know. So about me, I wasn't very useful back then. Yeah.
You were very useful.
Uh, all right. Sure. I was very useful. I would bring this guy cigarettes twice a week. That was my job. It's very useful. Um, his name was Dine. He was an Ethiopian Jew. He smoked Lucky Strikes. I'm feeling lucky. He would always say that whenever he saw me coming. He was in a wheelchair because of a prison laundry room fire. And anyway, so he'd come wheeling right up, big smile on his face. I'm feeling lucky. So that was him. But he was 15 when the government rounded up his entire family and killed them while he hid in the bushes. Yeah, this in the 70s. So he walked. Anyway, he walked all the way across the desert to Sudan. It's like Moses. Yeah, I looked it up. That's like 800 miles. Anyway, so he walked across the desert, and a Christian charity helped him get to the U.S. Oh, sorry. Waiting for an important phone call. You know that thing where every few minutes you feel an important buzz in your pocket?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm waiting on a client. I mean, needless to say, her life actually depends on this.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I realize I can pretty much say that every working day of my life. It doesn't make it any less important for my clients. It's always news. Um, hey, I'm sorry, I was talking about dying.
Yeah.
Uh, so he had a residence status, and he worked in New York for about a decade. But all the trauma he had, started using drugs, and he got busted like more than once. And anyway, they locked him in the basement of the Varick Street Detention Center. It's in Lower Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is,
It was supposed to be a temporary cell.
She's gonna like join in eventually, or
you never know. So yeah, she's right. At this prison, they're only supposed to keep people there a day or two, a week at most. And they were going to send him back to Ethiopia, but he was like, "Look, if you put me on a plane, they'll murder me the minute I get off the ground." So he got a reporter from the Village Voice to write up stories about it. You can Google him.
Sure.
And people got angry. They didn't want him deported. People started writing the governor, writing the mayor, things like that. So they couldn't let him go. Eventually his sentence was up. And they couldn't deport him. So they just held him for 9 years.
Wow.
I mean, in a basement. It was a little cell.
It was 8 by 8.
Yeah, she's not kidding. I saw it. Concrete, a bed, a toilet everyone can see his shit in, and no windows. Now, the immigration officials, they started to get nervous with all the letter writing and eyes on the system. They wanted to get out of the spotlight. And in one of the articles, he complained that he never got to see the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So in the middle of the night, they bust him out to Arizona. They're like, you'll get plenty of sun there. I was so mad about it. Not, I really wanted to do something, and it's not just his case. It's every case.
Tell him why he was in the wheelchair.
He was in the wheelchair because he was injured, saving a guard's life in that laundry room fire. And he was off drugs, helping other prisoners learn to read. He was all, I'm grateful for my life. I'm feeling lucky.
Did you offer him any cookies?
No, Ma, I didn't. Would you like some cookies?
That's nice of you, but are you gonna like send them to me or something?
Oh, I'm baking cookies.
I know. She always bakes cookies for everyone who comes over. I mean, even though you're on the screen, you're still a guest,
Yeah.
It's a practice tradition.
Okay.
It's for clients mostly, but we get Mexicans, Guatemalans, Salvadorians. We get some Africans too, Rwandans, Ghanaians, Sudanese. It's like the UN around here, only instead of blue helmets, everyone gets cookies. So I don't know, circle all back. I followed Mom's lead. I went to law school.
Oh, tell him where you went.
Mom, I'm not gonna. I went to a good school.
Harvard. He went to Harvard.
Mom, it's not. Anyway, I came back to Tucson. I joined her practice. We're immigration attorneys. We work with people who have no voice in our system. And for a while, I was good at it. I helped people. I knew what to do in cases. And now I don't know what to do. There's so much chaos. And, oh, sorry. Hello? This is Dan? Yeah. Monica? Can you hold on 1 second? Can I hop off here real quick?
Sure. Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, I've been waiting for your call. I have news. Hey, Ma, can you come in? Can you come in here? I'm on the phone.
Oh, they are not gluten-free, but have one if you want, huh?
Thanks. Yeah, thanks. That's nice of you. So tell me about, how you practice the law, what you've seen change over the years.
Now, before 1996, the law was much more liberal.
Mm-hmm.
You would show a hardship to a family and they would not be deported. After 1996, you had to show that you were in the United States for at least 10 years, that you have no criminal convictions in that time, that you have a good moral character, and now, this is the tough one. You have to show exceptional and extremely unusual hardship to a U.S. citizen. You basically have to show that a U.S. citizen will die or have no one to care for them if you are deported. People taking care of a sick parent or a child with severe disabilities. Now, these are really the only kind of removal cases you can win now. Oh, have we met? I'm Gabby.
Oh, no, nice to meet you. I'm Les.
Oh, less is more. Now, part of the problem less is more. With the conversation about immigration in the US is that we don't talk about our forays into these places. Guatemala, Mexico, El Salvador, in each of these countries, we have a troublesome and problematic past. Do you know about the bananas?
No, I don't.
Oh, I will tell you. In Guatemala, there was a genocide against the indigenous people in order to keep the price of our bananas low. This is true. Something like 200,000 people died due to direct intervention by the US government on behalf of US corporations. How many human lives are worth the price of a banana? I don't eat bananas anymore. And then we complain when they get here simply looking not to be gunned down in their own villages or starved off their land because their crops have all been burned down to make way for US-owned factory farms. And then we use words: illegal, criminal, alien, terrorist, rapist. It reminds me, every genocide in human history always begins with the dehumanization of the individual, and that always begins with language. In order to get rid of them, we have to dehumanize them first, and that takes language. Everything we are right now is made up of every decision that's been made. That is history. Exceptional and extremely unusual hardship. Now the cookies, they are a practiced tradition. It's kind of weird, but well, my first clients, they had trekked across the desert out near Ajo. They walked like dying, like Moses. People die out there on the desert all the time. So anyway, when I started my practice, I did not want to be an immigration attorney. I had already been a poor immigrant myself. I thought maybe something to make a little money, buy a big house, you know. But then I read about this Guatemalan family that had just crossed the desert, and well, I thought I had to do something. And then I met them. And I saw their little kid all skinny and scrawny from days of walking, from weeks of transit, from a lifetime of hardship. You see, I was a Jew born in Germany in 1935, and my family held out and hid, but in the last months of the Holocaust, we were caught and I was sent to a camp where, miraculously, I was not immediately sent to the gas chamber. I don't remember much about the camp. But what I do remember was when the Soviets came. I remember, and this I swear on my mother's grave, I remember this Soviet soldier, a big blonde guy, handsome. He gave me a cookie, and I knew everything would be all right. You see, I was practically starved to death, and that cookie made me know that everything would be okay. So I saw this Guatemalan kid all hungry, and I knew, well, this was it. This was my calling. I had to help this family. And I saw that they were all hungry, sad, war-torn, desperate immigrants like I had been. And, well, I baked them cookies.
You won that case.
Oh, I wish I could say we won them all. What about this one, dear?
We should talk.
But we always do bake them cookies, don't we?